yourselves better educated. And you get with the people you need to get with. You need to get acknowledged about it. It doesn't even make sense to me. If what you're talking about ain't hitting on nothing with me.
Get your suzies going
And those cocktails flowing.
Welcome to all of the LGBTQ, ABCDEF, and especially the G.
On the 1, 2s, and the 3s.
You are now in the place to be. AM is who I be.
And 7, that'll be me.
Just when you thought you knew all about gay,
We promise, you ain't never heard it this way.
we just hashtag what? Not that kind of gay.
Welcome,
Welcome.
ladies and gentlemen, to another fabulous episode
Yes.
of Not That Kind of Game, where we are bringing it to you live. Live.
And of course,
And
in charge. Now listen, y'all, we have got a topic for y'all. It is episode 6 of season number 2.
Of 2019.
Good stuff, y'all. What we are talking about today is, you ready?
Yeah, but I just had to sip some tea before we spilled that tea.
First of all,
But
rewind. Get your
cocktails going and your suzies flowing and bring it down, baby. Hey, we're gonna get our cocktails going.
Okay,
We're gonna
so-
get our
so-
suzies
soul
going.
star.
Uh-uh.
Now listen, y'all, for real. We are getting into keeping it on the down low.
Nobody has to know.
No, sorry. Sorry, Black
He's
Twitter.
been canceled.
Sorry, Black Twitter, we sorry. We can't do that.
Sorry,
I'm
not sorry. That's my
It's
song.
been canceled. We can no longer play him at the barbecue or the cookout. So, we are going to talk about DL culture. We're going to discuss it, what causes it, what makes it continue to flourish, what makes these men want to lurk in the shadows instead of being there out and free.
With your lurking asses.
With your old lurking ass. Well, we're going to discuss it, y'all. Why people like R. Kelly allowed to live double lives and be out here in these streets deceiving people. Is that okay? You think it's alright?
I think that we should just allow people to do what they want to do and live who they want to be and do what they want to do. Because you signed up for it.
It's 2019.
But you know what people sign up for.
Well, we're gonna get deeper into it, y'all.
Yeah, so stay tuned.
Sit tight.
Sit tight and don't let the bed bugs bite. What's in the news this week?
We have several things going on. First up, we want to just acknowledge the fact that some kind of justice has been served. Former Officer Daniel Pantaleo.
That's a beautiful name.
I know, right? Especially now that it says former in front of it. The New York Police Department, according to the New York Times, has been dismissed. Served his walking papers, told to go on.
And that man worked all them years down at that company. Y'all didn't even get that man his pension. Now that's how you do it.
I think this is great.
Right.
Commissioner James P. O'Neill's decision to dismiss the officer came 5 years after Eric Garner's death. A whole 5 years it took for this to actually happen, which is insane as well. He remained on the force even after he killed this man on camera and got away with it. Eric Gardner's last words, famous "I can't breathe," kind of helped to galvanize and spearhead the Black Lives Movement. So, it's crazy that he was able to keep his job after all of that. And 5 years later, some say that it's because Mayor de Blasio is running for president. I could say, being a citizen of New York City, he is nowhere to be found these days because he's on the circuit. So I could see how this could coincide, but I'm also like, justice is justice. Better late than never.
Well, my opinion on it is you're going to jail, and
The decision came from Commissioner O'Neill 2 weeks after a police administrative judge found him guilty of violating a department ban on chokeholds. Why did it take 5 years to come to this decision? It's really awesome. You know, Pantaleo said that he had agonized over the decision. He said he might have made similar mistakes if he had been in Mr. Pantaleo's place, and noted that Mr. Garner should not have resisted arrest when he was stopped and accused of selling untaxed cigarettes. But there is no way possible you should hold somebody down on the ground like that. You shouldn't do it.
so bottom line is what, AM? He's going to jail.
He's going to
You're doing your time. You did
well,
the
I
crime.
don't know that he's going to jail, but he has been fired.
He has been fired, and he needs to go to jail.
7, what else is going on? What's going on? I
Well,
heard about this. Ooh,
Before we get into the story that I'm getting ready to get
Okay.
you into, let us introduce you to what we call
Speaking of
marijuana.
so we have a little tincture here. You know, we
That-
picked up from our local street pharmacist.
Well, I wouldn't quite consider it a street pharmacist. We went to a festival where they were providing different drinks. So
Boom.
this is the one that we decided to go with.
We
So we're going to. The man already said it's okay because he's
We're
we
gonna
asked him
take
if
this
he needs
journey
it.
with you guys.
So we're gonna pour a little bit, pour a little bit, pour a little
Pour a
bit.
little bit.
All
Should
right,
we
all
top-
right.
What we did?
Yeah.
Top off.
So, speaking
We'll
of,
see what this takes us for.
hold on, y'all. Let me get a little.
Music. Mm.
Woo, baby. So you guys check this out.
Interesting that we did that because the next story is about marijuana.
Okay.
Go ahead, 7. Tell them.
So they say a shipment of jalapenos from Mexico. A shipment
A shipment of
of
what?
jalapenos
Yeah, hold on, let me get into
to
this.
Mexico. I mean, from Mexico to the U.S. And you got your
I
your
have to
readers
get
on?
my spectacles on
Your
for this
readers.
because I had 4 times my spectacles
You got your
on.
readers on?
Because I needed to be able to read this. Like you get into it. Go ahead.
It
tell
say a shipment of jalapenos from Mexico was shipped to the United States, full of marijuana, full of weed. Only thing they was missing, they had the weed.
jalapenos like that.
I thought this was hilarious.
I love me a good Mexican dish. And I don't understand why they would mess with the jalapenos like this. That is crafty as hell.
You goddamn Mexicans,
The
you will
discovery
find a
was made
way.
on Thursday, it said.
When the truck was delivered and flagged by a secondary inspection at the Otay Mesa border crossing in California. During the inspection, a K9 team alerted officers to the peppers. According to
That
the
dog was
press,
confused as hell.
That
Just
was
probably
released
barking as
from the
hell.
U.S. Customs Border Protection. The federal agency didn't say why the driver at 37-year-old male Mexican citizen. I didn't even read the article in its entirety, but I knew it was something to do. And why couldn't it have been a black person? You know, black people, Mexicans. Anyway, a Mexican. So he got through the first inspection. How that happened? We don't know. We still digging because we're gonna stay on top
Wait,
of
but
this.
if I'm reading correctly here,
What
there
else
were
it say?
an additional 2
Oh.
tons camouflaged as lime.
Wow. Inside the peppers, 300 green packages that are field tested in marijuana. Officials estimated seed drugs that are worth 2.3 million sugars. Sound like they gotta go down there and they can rain in the blizzard. Okay. Now what's next on the
Y'all, the end of days, as they say, are upon us.
Oh.
And I promise you, Jesus himself has to be on the way because
You got your readers.
I have to put my readers back on because I can't believe that the very body that's responsible for 20% of the world's oxygen is on fire, and there are no reports out there about it. Nobody's talking about it. Nothing. No CNN.
It's a distraction.
It's very little coverage of the fact that the Amazon is on fire and has been burning now for 3 weeks. And let's be clear, Seven, this is something that is intentional. The Amazon is not like California wildfires where it happens as a result of the drought or, a lightning strike. No, it's not. It's not the same type of circumstances. The Amazon is rich with resources for a reason, and it's designed to be able to flourish. So it doesn't have the same constraints, I guess, as the West Coast does.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
So we can attribute this man-made disaster to a new Brazilian right-winger. His name is Jair Bolsonaro.
Oh.
And during his campaign, he promised reducing deforestation, which would open up the area to economic development. That's the economic stuff I was talking about. The fact that this man wants to clear trees so that it would be more prosperous for people when there are millions of tribes people living in those mountains, doing what they have done for years upon years upon years, and he wants to disturb that to make money off of it. It's disgusting. And it sounds a whole lot like what we have going on at the top of our
Pennsylvania,
governing body. Disgusting people they are. They are committing ecocide with the indigenous tribes living in the rainforest. The Amazon supplies the world, like I said, with 20% of the world's oxygen. And according to the Atlantic, the toxic smoke has been causing darkness before sunset in Sao Paulo, Brazil. Mm-hmm. It's starting to affect our day-to-day life. This is why I said at the end of the days on there, this is some apocalyptic shit, man. Like this is get your canned goods ready
and run.
Right.
As fast as you can.
Certain celebrities like Miguel and Alyssa Milano have been raising awareness, which I'm glad because I didn't hear about this story until I heard about it from someone else on social media. That's a damn shame that we can't trust the media to deliver real news.
Hey, did you hear that Obama's new soundtrack?
Yeah.
Oh my God, that summer playlist is everything.
It is everything.
Let me give you a little rundown of some of the
Y'all
folks
still got y'all suzies going?
Okay.
We still got our cocktails and our suzies going in one, y'all. We're gonna see what this takes us by the end of the show. But let's get into this playlist. This is everything.
Who they say on there? They got
Move
Stevie
Forever by Beyonce on her new album. That's on there. That's number 3.
And then you got Lizzo, Juice.
Blame it on my juice, blame it on my juice, baby.
And then you got, of course, AM's Boo, Lil Nas.
Ooh.
And there's some doo-wop thing. It's like doo-wop. A doo-wop.
No, that is Lauryn Hill.
Oh.
That thing.
Okay.
That's on there. And Stevie Wonder is on there with Don't You Worry About a Thing.
Don't you worry about a thing.
That's on there. It's a pretty good playlist, though.
It's really, really good. If you have not got into it, you need to go get into it.
Perfect
The
way to end the
Obamas
summer.
are winning.
Boom.
Boop, boop.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, squires and squirrels, it is time for the puff down. Now, the puff down is where we get into the nitty-gritty of it all. And today's topic, as we discussed at the head of the hour, are these DL joints. No, we're not dancing. We're not celebrating this.
No, I'm not going to celebrate. I'm not celebrating DL. But what I will say is, a lot of these people know what they signed up for. And you're going to get what you're going to get. Don't run around here trying to play
but you know why
victim.
I get conflicted because And I feel like the perpetuation happens when you agree to keep this person's secret too. Now, what happens is you are living your best, open, out of the closet life, and you meet one of these types who are like, I don't do this, I don't do that, I can't do that, I can't do this. But the moment the doors are closed, it's a whole completely different situation. You get these types, and they try and make you fit what they want, right? Forgetting that there's a whole other person in the room. And you start to sign up for it, and you start to think that it's okay. At least when we're together, I get that time. You start to rationalize what that means for you, right? The interesting thing happens though is that these people then expect for you, once you leave that situation, to hold on to that as if it's your secret too.
Well, as I stated, if they're DL, then you already know you're signing up for, I'm not going to say bullshit, but it's a twist to it. Because I'm sure these DL people nowadays, as soon as they meet you, I'm DL. Mm-hmm. Take your big little ass somewhere.
I get it to some degree, and I understand the argument that says, some people have to live a certain way to achieve a certain type of life.
Right.
I find that that's some bullshit, quite frankly. And I'm okay with anybody having a different opinion about it. But what I feel is, it's 2019, and it's time for you to own your balls. And, be stately about who you are. I don't understand the need to hang on to the feelings of others. Excuse me. Once I gave that up, I was able to become the most free myself.
You freed your body, mind, and soul.
Everything. I don't owe nobody anything for who I choose to be with at night.
That's true.
It's not your business.
It's really not your business. And you should mind your business.
Which is the argument that some of these DL people would say, mind your business. But when your business is shared by someone who ain't on that level, like, if you're DL, find somebody else DL that does what you want.
What you want done.
And
a lot of them do, so you can't even say that.
You're right.
Because if you have a preference such as they're DL, so they're kind of looking for someone else that's DL.
So then
they can all be
it's
DL
fault
together.
As people who are out for engaging them in the first place, huh?
Well, and you also have to put a cap on when you say out, because when you say out, that means you are putting us in a box to where we're gay.
Behave a certain way.
Right,
So we gotta be out there. No, I'm not meaning
we're not that way.
Discreet is a whole nother different.
And I wouldn't even consider us discreet. We just are normal black homosexual men that are living in the world.
And that's it.
2019. So it's like we don't have no
My only argument
identification.
is that there's room for people who consider themselves DL to do the same thing.
Right.
That's all I'm saying.
Right.
Church, machismo type thoughts and think, and strong propensity to keep family business in the family makes it harder for people of color, especially, to explore their sexuality without unfair judgment. And that's why probably the DL culture exists in the first place. I get it. I understand it. I'm just not for it. It's the same people who always out here hollering, oh, I always knew you was gay. That was the same people bullying these people into the closet in the first place. Mm-hmm. So you spent all those years when the person was growing up, putting them into a box. Oh, you gay, you sister, you a faggot, you this, you that, you like boys. It's like, I don't understand it. I know there was a time and a space for the culture, way back when you couldn't be out at all. But
so hold on, Agam, let me see. Have you ever had a DL experience?
Well, we're gonna get into that.
Now, AM, you told me you was getting ready to give us your experience when it comes to the DL boys.
Let me pop this because I know this is about to go left. I hope these people not watching, but yeah. So I guess I'll tell y'all a little story. We'll use about last night to tell you about a little story. I did engage one of these gentlemen once. I became fully aware of him being DL, his wife, and his child, and the circumstances of their divorce and all this other stuff that I was taking on that I felt like I was obligated to take on because we had a connection, we had great sex. That's pretty the short of it. And like I guess I had convinced myself that since he was in the process of the divorce and since I was getting to be in his presence so much that I could accept the terms. But I never really, I was young. I'm not gonna blame it on that, but it's something I vow never to do again. I wouldn't never in my life put myself in a situation where I compromise having to, be with who I want to be with, be how I want to be. I wouldn't do that again. Never again. And haven't since.
So that's it?
That's it.
I thought you was about to give me some juice, AM. Oh shit!
It's not a
so
glorious life. I want to be.
Let me ask you a question. Pause.
Mm-hmm.
So, isn't that something you knew you signed up for?
Eventually, it wasn't like hey, I'm a deal. No, it wasn't that. It was.
So what?
Let's get to know each other. Let's go out. Let's go
Right.
on dates. Let's do this. Let's do that. Oh, and by the way. So then I had to make the choice.
Right.
If I forget about all of what I had been working towards, or do I keep going with the limitations that have been put before me? And I'm not putting myself through that no more. It's not worth it. There's so many gay people out here in the first place. I deal with
So
that.
it's basically you saying you can find anybody you want to.
Absolutely.
You don't have to settle for nobody that's DL, TL, ML, BL.
Go to hell.
Go to hell. Good day.
Blue.
Any of my DL moments?
You had one? Did you have one? Did you know what you were signing up for?
I did. So when it comes to me, and if I don't really go around hunting for a certain.
There are a certain group of people who just.
Well, I'm handsome. I can pretty much pull anybody at the bar, the club, the gas station, the liquor store, the Walmart, the Dollar Tree. I don't do no apps. Yeah, so it's whoever you gravitate to. So
you gravitate towards a DL.
if a DL person gravitates to me, and it is what it is, and we rock, and it is what it's gonna be. I'm not gonna rearrange myself to accommodate you. So you're gonna have to deal with me for who I am, and this is what it is. So. AM.
The jackass of this week, guys.
Is all you dummies running around
Black Twitter. This one goes to you this week. Sorry. Y'all called this one wrong, people. You called this one wrong.
Y'all so dumb. Do y'all not realize that Popeyes is in support of Donald Trump?
Let's tell them about what's going on first. This new Popeyes chicken sandwich came out, and you Negroes went crazy.
Like a
clogging up the damn lines,
driveways and byways,
running out of making those people run out of chicken.
And
it's a full competition between Chick-fil-A and Popeyes about who got the best chicken sandwich and who closed on Sunday and whatnot. This shit is
asinine.
that they were able to mobilize you, oh ignorant people.
Oh, just, black people are so, and then, the crazy part about it is,
and maneuverable.
They fighting, dragging each other through the Popeyes windows.
Oh no!
You ain't seen that?
There's fights over a chicken sandwich?
Oh, I'm not too sure what AM been doing and how busy he's been that he hasn't been able to catch up.
I don't understand.
Yeah, the big black boy was dragged through the window and was fighting.
This is even more reason why all of you people who went and made Popeyes $25 million richer over the
supported
weekend.
Donald Trump's campaign.
This is why you're a jackass this week, because what you unknowingly did was give the Republican Party $25 million to lobby for this guy and his campaign.
Duh!
Yeah, so if you don't read between the lines, if you take the blue pill, this is where you end up. This is where you end up.
Well, AM, I haven't had the sandwich.
I haven't had it.
I'm not going to sit there and stand in line.
I'm not going to do that.
I'm not going to pay
once it dies down.
Yeah, like November, December.
I'm not running to go do this.
And I probably won't even try it then. I'm not all for the hype.
You guys really messed it up this time. You got it wrong.
You got it wrong.
You got it seriously wrong, and you are the jackass of the week.
So there's no particular jackass. It's an audience of you jackass.
Of you motherfuckers are just dumb. I'm sorry, but it is.
It is dumb.
And you need to get with the people you need to get with.
And you need to find out what you need to know so you could be better off.
That is the sound. That means it's time for us to wrap this up.
Wrap it up.
Hey, wrap it up. Now,
what we talk about today?
We covered a lot. We had
sipping our cocktails.
And I'm almost at the end of it. How you feeling? You feeling the tincture? Let's cover that. We covered that. We talked about DL men and allowing themselves to exist, even though there's a community that welcomes them otherwise. It's just okay to be free. Be yourself.
Free yourself.
Be not that kind of gay, because that's what you are. You gay. You could be in a closet all you want to. It's not gonna make you change who you are. Ultimately, sirs, ma'am.
Well, AM, that's your opinion on it. My opinion is let the people be DL, discreet, bisexual, homosexual, heterosexual, metrosexual, free.
We are going to get into that later in the season.
Yes,
what's
we
the
will.
LGBTQ, IABCDEF, and especially the G's.
On the 1, 2, and the 3.
Yo,
but we welcome y'all thoughts.
As always.
Love you guys.
You can find us on Facebook at Not That Kind of Gay. You can find us on Snapchat, Instagram, and Twitter at Not That Kind of G1. You can even send us emails, concerns, questions, comments, hate, love. All of that. Shoot us an email
at notthatkinda@gmail.com, where you can find me and AM locate all about your necessary needs. And
so you can even peep us. These videos come out weekly on YouTube at Not That Kind of Gay. And finally.
Okay, so we're not going to keep shoving this under the rug before we go, because I feel like our fans deserve to know this. Mm-hmm. We have promised you guys when we first had started this venture that this video was going to drop on Wednesday mornings at 7 a.m. so it can bring the whole concept of where 7 a.m. came from. But due to unforeseen circumstances, sometimes that's not able to be done for you guys. But we drop it for them as soon as it gets done.
During the week.
It's an overload. It's an overload. We
are bringing it to you live,
loud,
and in charge, nevertheless, and always. So, be sure you tune into us on all available podcast networks, from Apple to iHeartRadio, everything in between, guys. We are ready. We ready.
We ready.
Are you ready Stay tuned for our episode coming soon. Our episode 7 is going to be a special Street Beat meet where we will be at Atlanta Pride.
So basically, it's telling you to join us again here next week, and we're going to give you all that you are looking for.
All the juice.
Did you sleep on the wrong side? I'm catching a bad vibe, and it's contagious. What's the latest? Speak your heart, don't bite your tongue. Don't get it twisted, don't misuse it. What's your problem? Let's resolve. We can solve it. What's the cause? It's official. You got issues, I got issues, but I know I miss you. Who should be hurt? Who should be blamed? Am I supposed to change? Are you supposed to change? Who should be hurt? Who should be shamed? Am I supposed to change? Are you supposed to change? Who should be hurt? Will we remain? Oh, I need a resolution. We need a resolution. We need a resolution. We have so much confusion. Where were you last night? I fell asleep on the couch. I thought we were going out. I wanna know what your fingers broke. If you had let me know, I wouldn't have put on my clothes. It's 4 in the morning when you crept back in the bed. I wanna know what was in your head. Oh, what was in my head? Am I supposed to change? Am I supposed to change? Are you supposed to change? Who should be hurt? Who should be blamed? Am I supposed to change?
Chopping like it's hot.
As AM burned himself. AM, that was a fabulous show. That was a fabulous show. I was excited to do. That was a fabulous.
You looking right? Check it out.
Oh yeah. Merchandise. Merch. Get at us. We here. And we also are working with can I tell? Okay. Yeah, so yeah, merch. Merch about to have you looking perched. Sitting in looking like you parched. Hey, about to take a little sippy.
Ain't coming back till
No, hold on, we not, no.
No, we just went.
I don't wanna.
Cut the name and cut the sneaking girl. I think you need some prayer, better call a deacon girl. So
What the people need to know.
else we won't be speaking girl. So
That drink got us twisted. I'm twisted.
blame. I'm tired of these things, I'm tired of these scars.
I got a
You
little.
wanna give me a drink, I'll call you tomorrow.
I don't know what they did to burn a green plant and put it in a drink. Baby. And we're gluttons for punishment because we're going to continue.
As we shall.
As we both